This is the RTX 5060 Ti. The 60 series are NVIDIA's entry-level cards, and for this generation it comes in three variants: a 5060 non-Ti, 5060 Ti 8GB, and the 5060 Ti 16GB with an SRP of 25,999 pesos. But in reality, we are seeing it for way more. What I have here is the IGame RTX 5060 Ti from Colorful that has a cool hip-hop art design. But how does it perform in games? Unfortunately, I don't have a previous 60 series cards to compare it with, but I do have a 3060 Ti 8GB, which is 2 generations older. I'll be testing it with a Ryzen 7 9800X3D, which isn't the ideal CPU for this GPU. A more realistic one would be a Ryzen 5 5600, but I don't have one. Now let's see how these two compare. In Red Dead Redemption 2 at 1080p max settings, the 5060 Ti got an average FPS of 110 and a minimum of 21. Then at 1440p max settings, we got an average FPS of 87 and a minimum of 25. Next is Cyberpunk 2077. At 1080p ultra settings with ray tracing off, the 5060 Ti got an average FPS of 112 and a minimum of 93. Then at 1440p ultra settings with ray tracing off, we got an average FPS of 71 and a minimum of 59. And at 1440p with ray tracing set to medium with DLSS on, we got an average FPS of 68 and a minimum of 60. So we got about a 30% difference in pure rasterization performance, which looks alright, but considering that the 3060 Ti is 2 generations older. However, with DLSS on, we got a 55% difference in average FPS in Cyberpunk 2077 due to better frame generation and more VRAM. So if you still have a 3060 Ti, there's no urgent need to upgrade. It's still a very solid GPU for 1080p and even 1440p gaming, unless you run into VRAM limitations in newer titles. But if you're in the market for a new graphics card, the RTX 5060 Ti 16GB, if priced right, would likely be the better long-term investment since it supports newer features like better ray tracing, power efficiency, and AI features. Just avoid the 8GB version of this card because it will limit your gaming experience in modern and upcoming titles. Basically, the 8GB version shouldn't exist. But do let me know in the comments what are your thoughts about the RTX 5060 Ti. Anyway, thank you guys, and please follow for more.